Reeve, principal of Vanderveer Elementary School.
And I'm Dr. Tian, superintendent of schools.
We are so excited to welcome everyone to our Vanderveer Evening Learning Academy.
You are all in for weeks and weeks of enjoyment.
You will be learning alongside your very own Vanderveer teachers.
Also, we have teachers and administrators from across the district that will be bringing you fun learning experiences.
You will become scientists, engineers, mathematicians, writers, world explorers, and learn to communicate in different languages as you explore concepts in math, reading, writing, science, social studies, world language, and so many more.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we encourage you to visit often and view other lessons in our learning library as we add to the videos each week. Enjoy!
Hi, Vanderveer Elementary School. My name is Mrs. Pepe. I'm the instructional coach here, and I'm so excited to spend a little time with you this evening. My topic is called Topics and Main Ideas and Details. Oh my! And we are going to spend the next 20 minutes or so thinking about what it means to be a good reader of nonfiction. So if you're ready to get started, here's what I need for you to do. If you can grab anything to write with, a pen, a pencil, a marker, and maybe some blank pieces of paper, that would be fabulous. If you don't have those tools and materials ready to go, no problem. You can still join us for a fun, interactive lesson. I'll give you just a couple of minutes to get those things together. Please pause this video while you do so. Want to follow along with us with your pen and piece of paper? You can look at the rectangles on the right. Simply drawing two rectangles lengthwise, one that says topic and one that says main idea, and then on the bottom of your paper, three rectangles going vertically that say detail in each one of them. We are going to use mapping the main idea several times during this lesson. Again, if you don't have those tools with you, no problem, you can still enjoy the lesson. I want to start us off with a little wrap this evening. It's called the Main Idea Wrap. And we're going to use this to think about how nonfiction readers use topic, main idea, and details to help understand what they are reading and how to read nonfiction text. If you'd like to wrap along with this, you certainly can. Hope you enjoy this Main Idea Wrap. Like I said earlier, please feel free to wrap along with us.
The main idea is what the author wants to say. The main idea is what the reader takes away. The main idea is what the text is all about. The main idea is what we're trying to figure out. First, determine the topic of the text. Here are some pointers in case you are perplexed. Read the title and check the pictures too. Look for repeated words to see if there's a clue. When you know the topic, then you can consider what's the big idea the author has delivered. The main idea is what the author wants to say. The main idea is what the reader takes away. The main idea is what the text is all about. The main idea is what we're trying to figure out.
All right, readers, hope you enjoyed that wrap. Kind of got in your head. The main idea is what the reader wants to know about. It's the main idea that we're looking for. But in order to do that, we need to think about a couple of other things. So tonight, we're going to talk about topic, main idea, and supporting details. And we're going to have fun practicing this over and over again. A topic is what something is all about. It's a very big idea. The main idea is the most important thought about a topic, something specific about that topic that you're about to learn about. Supporting details are facts, examples, and lots of little ideas about the main idea. Now that might seem a lot to remember right now, but by the time this video is done, you're going to have a lot of great examples of topics, main ideas, and details as well. All right, let's get started with our first activity. It's called the Main Idea Mystery Bag. I love a good mystery. In this bag are several pictures of different items. All of these items are about one topic, one main idea, and represent many small details. I'm going to put them out of the bag one at a time. And I want you to be thinking, what is the topic of our mystery bag? What is the main idea in our mystery bag? And then what are those little details that go along with the main idea? All right, let's get started. My first picture is of 3 eggs. I guess the topic could be eggs. And maybe the main idea is how eggs are made. But I don't have enough details to tell me that. So I'm going to put this to the side and pull out another picture. My next picture is, a wooden spoon. I guess the topic's not eggs anymore because now we have wooden spoons, and those things really don't go together. Eggs and wooden spoons. I guess I could mix eggs up once they're cracked with my wooden spoon. Let's keep going. The next item in my mystery bag is a giant mixing bowl. So I have a mixing bowl, a wooden spoon, and 3 eggs. I'm thinking about what I already know. And I do know that these items are all in my kitchen. Maybe this is about items in a kitchen. Let's keep going. Another item from my mystery bag are mixing spoons. Measuring spoons. Measuring spoons. Measuring spoons are used to make something and make sure you have just the right amount. So, if I'm measuring something, it's usually an ingredient for something. Let's keep going. My next picture, look at that. It's a measuring cup. A measuring cup is a lot like my measuring spoons, only this measures usually liquid in bigger amounts because, as you can see, it's bigger. So I have a measuring cup, measuring spoons, a wooden spoon, a big mixing bowl, and some eggs. I'm thinking about my topic, my main idea, and my details. I'm not sure that I'm ready yet, but I'm starting to get closer because all of these items have something to do with making something in the kitchen. Let's keep going. My next clue looks like 2 bags of a chocolate powdery mix. This reminds me a lot of when I bake in my kitchen. I think this is starting to come together. I now have all of my kitchen tools plus my ingredients of eggs and chocolate. I must be making something. Let me see. There's one more clue in here. My final clue, it's brownie mix. Boys and girls, did you guess it? All of these picture clues were about the topic of brownies. Well, what's the main idea? Remember what the rap says is what it's mostly about. In this case, all of these pictures were about making brownies, all of the different tools I need to make brownies. Some of the details, I need a mixing bowl. I need to crack my eggs and get them into that bowl. I need to use a measuring spoon, probably for some other ingredients. Wow, good job guessing what that mystery bag was all about. Now let's think about the mystery bag's topic, main idea, and details. Well, that was a lot of fun, guessing what was happening in my mystery bag. Even though we didn't do any reading this time, the mystery bag was just a fun way that we think about topic, main idea, and details. So at home, remember, topic is the big idea, what this is mostly about. In our case, do you know it? You guessed it, brownies. We learned from our last picture clue that the topic was brownies. But what then is the main idea? Well, the main idea is a little bit different from the topic because the main idea is what something you read is mostly about. We used a mystery bag this time, and what we came to realize is that the mystery bag was all about how to make brownies. It wasn't about the different kinds of brownies. It wasn't about all different types of desserts. It wasn't about foods from different food groups. This mystery bag's main idea was about how to make brownies. And I knew that because of all of the tools in the bag that work together to make brownies. All of these tools and what they do become our details. Oil is measured. We use a measuring cup for water, and we use a big bowl to mix our brownies with a wooden spoon. Those are the little details that support the main idea of how to make brownies. Very good job if you were able to guess it. All right, readers, that was a lot of fun, making brownies through our mystery bag. We're going to practice topic, main idea, and details one more time before we get to books. This time, we're going to practice with a video. If you have your paper set up at home with topic, main idea, and details, you can get that pencil ready to go. And as we watch this video, I want you to see if you can come up with what the topic of the video is, what the main idea of the video is, and what some of those details are. And when the video is done, we are going to talk about those things. All right, let's watch our video carefully and think about topic, main idea, and details. Jot them down on your paper.
Now, it's time for some more amazing animals. Number 71, the amazing bottlenose dolphin. Prepare for something wonderful. Nestling in the tropical oceans and warm waters of our magnificent planet, these mightily intelligent mammals, who have even bigger brains than our own, travel in social groups called pods.
Did you say iPod? Mine's broken, dude. Gary got fish in it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tony. Bottlenose dolphins communicate with a complex system of squeaks, whistles, and clicks, which they use as a kind of underwater radar to find fish. They also use their heads to work as a team, pushing their prey up onto the shore for easy sushi to go.
Ow! That's my lunch!
They're also fast, reaching speeds of over 18 miles per hour. They have excellent vision, which is just perfect for doing this.
Whoa, look at us, dude! Yeah! Radical!
Strangely, these mammals often seem to enjoy human company, coming to the surface to breathe, just like us. They certainly take our breath away. Thank you.
Well, I hope you really enjoyed that video on dolphins. Dolphins are my favorite animals, so I had some fun picking that video out. Now, let's get down to work. What was the topic of that short video? Think about it. Remember, the topic of our mystery bag was brownies. If you said the topic of this video is dolphins, you're absolutely right. This video was about dolphins. Let's think a little more deeply about the video. The topic was dolphins, but what was the main idea? What was that video mostly about? Well, it wasn't about all types of animals that live in the sea, and it wasn't about what dolphins eat. Think about what the video is mostly about. If you said that dolphins are amazing, you were right. And if you noticed, the title of that video gave you a big hint. Sometimes titles of things that we read or even watch will give us a big clue as to what the main idea is. Now, what were some of the little details that you remembered about that video? I'm sure you loved seeing the dolphins fly and jump high into the air. That's something that makes them amazing. What other details do you remember from the video? If you said they're very fast, they go over 18 miles per hour, or they have bigger brains than even humans do, or they communicate and travel in pods because they like to be social, those are some of the little details in our video. We call those supporting details. Nice work, everybody. You're getting the hang of it. Topic, main idea, and supporting details. I think you're ready to look at some nonfiction books together. You ready? Here we go. All right, are you ready to look at some books? Great, because I have a couple of fun nonfiction books here from Epic, your online school library. So I hope a lot of you are reading books on Epic whenever you get the chance. There are some great nonfiction books, and you'll be experts at topic, main idea, and details when we're done. So let's take a look at the first book. The first book is called Kingda Ka Roller Coaster. Kingda Ka. I don't know if many of you have heard of that roller coaster, but it is the giant roller coaster at Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey. Now, I've never been on that roller coaster, but I've heard a lot of people talking about it. So I thought it would be interesting to read about it. So Kingda Ka Roller Coaster. You can see the first pages. Chapter 1, Big Thrills. Chapter 2, How Does It Work? Chapter 3, Construction Challenges. I'm already starting to think I have an idea of what the topic of this book is. The table of contents even gives me some hints about what the main idea is. Let's read a little further to find out. Chapter 1, Big Thrills. You love roller coasters? You love the speed? You love the thrill? Do you want to ride the tallest roller coaster in the world? It is at Six Flags Great Adventure Theme Park in New Jersey. It is 45 stories high. That is about as tall as 50 elephants standing on top of each other. What is this engineering marvel? Kingda Ka. Hop in. Get ready for the ride of your life. You will not slowly click up a big hill like you do on most roller coasters. This is a rocket coaster. Hang on. You go from 0 to 128 miles per hour in 3.5 seconds. Whoa, that's pretty fast. You zoom around a 90-degree turn, you rocket to the top of the tower. You are 456 feet in the air. Look down. Wow, that's a big drop. You dive into a 270-degree spiral. The camel hump is next. It makes you feel weightless. The ride stops quickly. How long was it? Just 50.6 seconds. Wow, there were a lot of details on this page, but I'm starting to get an idea about what the main idea is. Look at what this box here tells us. Take a look. What are the parts of the Kingda Ka roller coaster? I already know the main idea is not about all of the different roller coasters in New Jersey. This book is just about the topic Kingda Ka. And I'm starting to think that this book is about how Kingda Ka is made. Chapter 2, How Does It Work? When Kingda Ka opened in 2005, it was the tallest, fastest roller coaster in the world. How does it work? The train is launched to a high speed by a hydraulic system. At the station, the train is locked into the catch car. It is below the train, between the two rails of the track. It is pulled by a cable. As a reader, it helps me to think about main idea because I already am beginning to know that this book is about how roller coasters are made. But not just any roller coasters, Kingda Ka. So now as a reader, I can continue to read knowing that all of the details are going to work to support the main idea of how Kingda Ka is made. When an operator pushes the launch button, hydraulic pumps fluid push through big motors. This creates energy. The energy is stored in accumulators. At just the right time, the energy lets go. The motor spins a drum. The drum winds the cable. The cable pulls the catch car down the track. The catch car tows the train rapidly. It releases it just in time, sending the train down the track and up the tower. And look at that diagram here on an iPad of exactly how Kingda Ka works to go so fast and get such height and make such a fun ride. How does the train stop? Oh, that's a good question. There are 473 brakes along the track. They are magnetic. When the ride is over, the magnets bring the train to a halt safely and quickly. Very rarely, the train doesn't make it over the hill. This can be due to the wind or the weather. Engineers plan for this. It is perfectly safe. The train rolls back down the track, and then the riders get launched again. Wow, lots of details I had no idea about. This book's main idea about how Kingda Ka is made is teaching me a lot of information about engineering and what it takes to build a roller coaster this size. Chapter 3, Construction Challenges. Workers ran into problems during construction. In 2005, records amount of snow, high winds, and fog hit New Jersey. The thick fog made it hard for crane operators to see where to put the track. I love you looking at the photographs that are also details to support the main ideas. They are right in the middle of building Kingda Ka, but they had a lot of challenges. Finally, the work was done. It was time to test it. Workers put an empty train on the track. They pushed the launch button. The train shot forward. It climbed the tower, but it didn't make it to the top. It fell back down. Engineers adjusted the hydraulic system. They tried again and again. Finally, after 600 hours of test runs, the train made it to the top of the tower. The rest is roller coaster history. Wow, look at that photograph of all those people having such a great time. Who knew how much work actually goes into creating the roller coaster Kingda Ka? That book was a lot of fun. Let's go back to the hard work of thinking about the topic, the main idea, and the supporting details of the Kingda Ka book. I want everybody to start by thinking about what was the topic of this nonfiction book. If you're writing on your paper with your pencil, you go ahead and jot down that topic now. Everybody else, I want you thinking in your head, what was the topic of that book? If you said Kingda Ka, you were absolutely right. Kingda Ka was the topic of this book. What was the main idea of this book? Meaning, what was the book mostly about? Well, we started to learn right in the table of contents and get some ideas about what the Kingda Ka book was about. At first, maybe you thought it was all about roller coasters. Maybe you even thought it was about Six Flags and all the rides there. But those are not the main idea of this book. The main idea of the Kingda Ka book is how Kingda Ka is engineered and built. All of the 3 chapters were about how Kingda Ka's tracks were built, how the engineers designed the train to keep people safe, and finally, after all of the testing, Kingda Ka was complete. What details did you like about that book that told you the main idea was how Kingda Ka was engineered and built? Oh, you liked the part about how they got it to go so fast. Oh, you liked the part about when they were building it but had lots of challenges, but eventually they were able to do it? Me too. Those are some great details of the Kingda Ka book. I have one last book for you. Let's do this one together. I want everybody to think about the Empire State Building. Have you ever been there? Some of you may have. It's in New York City. If you've never been there, maybe you've seen pictures of it. It's a pretty amazing building. So, as a reader of nonfiction, let's look at this book as if this book were in school in your reading bag or at home in your digital library. How is topic, main idea, and detail going to help you as a reader? Well, here's how it's going to help you. Before you even read a book, you should absolutely know what the topic is just by looking at the cover and the title. This was an easy one. You see a giant picture of the Empire State Building, and the title is called The Empire State Building. We know the topic of this book is the Empire State Building. What we don't know is what the main idea is yet because we haven't read enough to know. Let's go a little further. No table of contents this time. This could be a little bit trickier. So one of the things you should do as a reader is you should skim and scan through the nonfiction book to see what you think the main idea might be. When you skim and scan, you could look over some of the headlines and some of the photographs in the book to help you. Let me show you how I do this as a reader. Fighting to be the tallest. I see some pictures that look like they were taken a long time ago. Fighting to be the tallest must be about our topic, the Empire State Building. And I see a very tall skyscraper building. Fighting to be the tallest. Now I see some pictures that talk about how and when the Empire State Building was built. It talks about and shows some photographs of the Empire State Building in New York City. It talks about people who go to visit the Empire State Building. The next section of the book is called New Inventions. New inventions allowed the Empire State Building to be built. Interesting. This headline or bold print says a total of 210 steel columns hold up the Empire State Building. This is called a new way to build. All right. And then you could see some workers working there on that Empire State Building. I see some other older pictures that show the construction of the Empire State Building happening and how supplies it looks like they are pushing to get that job done. There's lots of workers in these photographs standing on the Empire State Building, way high up in the air. This looks like it's a picture of the ground and the front of the building and how that building was designed. Now, the Empire State Building looks complete. You can even see the different lights on the outside. Still standing tall. Yep, the Empire State Building, we know, is still standing tall in New York City. And there's a map of New York City and some fun facts.
Jersey.
So as a reader, I already skimmed and scanned the book and have an idea of what the main idea is. In this case, if you think the main idea is not the topic, the Empire State Building, you're correct. The main idea seems to be the history of the Empire State Building. From a long time ago when it first started being thought about and designed and built till now where it is still standing and lots of visitors go there. Well, that's a good main idea start for now, but we're going to have to read all those little details to see if we were correct on the main idea. Good readers read carefully, go back, look at the photographs and captions, and read the text word for word to get an understanding of what a book is about. When you read, I want you to think about all of the different details in the book and how they work to support the main idea. If this is a book that you're interested in, you can absolutely go on Epic yourselves, either at home or in school, and read more about the Empire State Building. Wow, readers, I'm sure you're tired. We did a lot of really hard work today. We started with our main idea mystery bag, where we first started talking about the difference between topic, main idea, and supporting details. Then we watched a video about dolphins, and you were able to start helping me figure out what the topic, main idea, and details were. Finally, we applied all of this important information to some nonfiction books. Why is all this important as readers? Well, if we want to really understand what the purpose of a book is and what the meaning is as we read it, we need to be thinking about these things even before we begin reading. This helps activate our schema and get our brains ready to handle all of those small details. So, before you read nonfiction, always think about, what is it about? That's the topic. Then, before you read and during you read, be asking yourself, what's the most important thought about the topic? That's the main idea. And then finally, enjoy all the facts, examples, and lots of little ideas about that main idea as you read books like the King Ka book and the Empire State Building book. This thinking about topic, main idea, and details will make nonfiction reading so much more fun and enjoyable for you as a reader. Have a great night.